strange for me. My name is Cindy Gaffney. I'm one of the librarians here at your college, and your instructor has asked me into your class today to talk about the differences between popular and scholarly resources. All of you are going to have to write a paper. I know some of you have already written papers for this communication class. Is that correct? You had a lot of fun with it? Okay. I don't know in this class if your instructor had a chance to talk to you about the types of resources that are available to you, first of all, but also the quality of the resources that you should be using for a research paper. And if you didn't have that discussion in this particular class, you may have it in other classes that you're taking here at our college, particularly if any of you are taking an allied health course, psychology, it'll be an issue, sociology, you'll come across it again, and then certainly some of your English courses too. But to get this started, we are going to, I'm going to ask all of you to work in groups of 2 or 3. I'm going to give you a little worksheet, and I'm going to ask you to become the investigators, all right? We've got 2 types of psychology journals, periodicals I should say, that you're going to be looking at. One is the American Journal of Psychology, and the other one is Psychology Today. Have any of you used these already? Okay, well, this will be a start. You 2 work together? Great. And who are you going to work with? Will you work with him? Excellent. Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is to compare and contrast these 2 periodicals. And when I say periodical, what do you guys think I mean by that?
Applications published regularly.
Yeah, that's all it is. Librarians tend to use that word because it's kind of a catch-all phrase for newspapers, magazines, journals, and that sort of thing. So you've got, are you going to work together?
Yeah.
You can? Terrific. You 3 going to work together? That would be easy. So, once you've gotten the periodicals, I want you to open them up and take a look inside and start listing what you see in each of them. Look at maybe who authored the article. See if you can find that information out. And you 2 are working together, is that right? Just one of you can record the information. But look at the design, look at the type of information, and start noticing, start jotting down the differences between the 2. There you go. Has everyone set up? Okay, we're going to spend about 5 minutes kind of going through both periodicals, both types. So go through, look at advertisements, look at who's written some of the articles, look to see if there's any credentials behind the individual's name who's written the article. Scott likes you guys to talk. So loud conversation if you wish. You're not pretty quiet. What you're looking at. And we're just going to write down some of your observations up here. But first of all, let me ask you, which one would you rather read? The magazine, right? Okay, and you recognize it as a magazine, because that's really important. Great. Is that right? Okay, thank you. Which one do you think your instructor would rather have you read if you had to write a paper? And it's not that easy to read, is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's a challenge for most of us. Okay? What are some of the differences you notice between the two? Or what are some of the things you picked up about popular magazines, which Psychology Today is an example of? What did you see in it?
Advertisements.
More pictures? Good. What else? Yeah, lots of articles, lots of color.
Advertisements in it.
Advertisements is really important. I'll just write down ads. What else?
This one's
There was-
designed for newsstands, whereas this one is not.
There was
It's
no
designed for your
bibliographies
college library,
that I could
right?
find.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
There were no bibliographies that I could find in the magazine.
In the magazine, that's a really important point. Okay. That's important because, did you find that in the journal?
Yes.
Okay. So bibliography is one thing that really makes a big difference between the two. Okay, let's go back over to what we call scholarly resources. What are some of the things you saw in that one?
Fresh.
Go ahead.
It looks like this one is published maybe like quarterly or something because it says winter 2008 instead of like a specific month.
Right.
The other one might be published more often.
Right, I believe Psychology Today is actually monthly. And that's pretty typical for a lot of the magazines you and I usually look at. We don't tend to pick up this one for, leisurely reading, find out about the latest fashions or diets. But you're right about the scholarly one, and I'm really glad you saw that. They tend to be published less frequently, quarterly, maybe twice a year. Some of them are only published once a year. Okay. Did you see any advertising in this one?
No.
Good. No ads, right? So their purpose is not to make money. It's really to inform and to provide access to all of us to additional research. What else did you find out?
This one uses a two-color printing process or single-color printing process, and this one uses a four-color printing process.
That's a lot more detailed.
Do what?
You're right. And I think a lot of us are so visually oriented today. The journal. So let's look at question 1. Articles are written by authors with academic credentials. Which one would that be? B? All right, so everyone give yourself a point. Articles are written by journalists. Now that might be a little trickier for you, but remember, this one we said were pretty well written by academics. So which do you think?
A, popular.
Great, thank you. Articles are written for the general public.
Popular.
Okay, how many, raise your hand if you say A. Raise your hand if you say B. Oh, so okay. A is the answer. Excellent. Number 4, articles are written for researchers or professionals. Think what you're doing. Number